Take. Yeah, well, anyway, I can't spell. I'm just kidding. Starseed, basically, there's a task. There is a mission, if you dare. So many readers and mediums think that each other are like stealing each other's feeds and their downloads. Well, how much do you guys trust in collective consciousness? And, well, science would be what? In remote viewing, they put like numbers up here and then, it's whatever. Well, what if we actually put down a certain time, a certain title, like the exact title, the exact time, for one thought? If we're trying to get to the collective consciousness, Galactic Federation, then we should all have not the same story, but close. So if you get people given the let's say the topic, you ever notice like weekly readings, yearly readings sometimes have the same thing? But what if it's just that we actually are connecting into the Akashic records and tapping into Galactic Federation feed lines, the Pleiadians, all the things. Because if that is the case, so if that is the case, people who are actually connected to the Galactic Federation with tarot cards and stuff like that should have really, really close. Hey, Tiffany. Hi, Chemical. Lucas. How are you? Lane Lila. So yeah, I'm a starseed. I'm a gastric bypass patient too. Don't know why that came out, unless one of you all had the gastric bypass, or maybe I'm telling someone who did. Don't mind me, I have a cold. New York Square. Oh, I haven't been to New York in forever. Oh, that would be cool, right? Drop of the drop of the. They should make the freaking drop of the ball in New York Square, right? Haven't been there in like 13 years. But yeah, if you're a tarot card reader and stuff like that, I think if we did a certain time of day, scientists or doctors pick what it is, the title, and then have people who are readers, you could do it, but we do it at the same time, and then we could watch like the doctors or scientists and stuff like that in esoterica and try to prove quantum entanglement works, which is actually channeling and stuff like that. But if we get enough people in it and we record it at the same time, you submit it, and then we can use AI to go through and see if either the key points come up or if to say Sophia. Sophia, she's sleeping right now. Okay, hello, Sophia. She's sleeping though. It's my dog. I don't want her to start barking. Like for real. So yeah, because I mean, if you could sit there and do it would kind of be a controlled. We put down, for the readers who want to participate, you have to record this time, between this time and this time, and we submit it maybe into the doctors or YouTube or however we do it, and then you submit it and then see if the AI brings up the same, either the cards, the messages, and see if there's a collective consciousness. You might even be able to see levels of consciousness that people are at, and what frequencies they're actually channeling at. Because I call myself the professional hopscotch tarot watcher. Also, I read, and not to steal. I think I can tell when someone's channeling. you know, it's something that helped me get better. So anyway, that was just something I was thinking about is developing some sort of science project, quantum entanglement, and kind of like remote viewing. Remote viewings, they get the sequence of numbers and they close their eyes, they do their thing, and then they try to come up with the target. Well, what if we put, to read, I don't know, this date, this sign, and see if people come up with the same type of story. Put certain guidelines, build it up. And then you feed it into AI, and then AI could discriminate against if the message seems to be the same. Because technically, if we go into Christ consciousness, collective consciousness, cosmos consciousness, it should be relatively the same or close to it. Understand that some of us, I'm new to life. Hi, I'm Amira. I'm just sitting here channeling, and I actually I have a burn on my face. I try to clean my face and have a chemical burn. So sorry about the whole drawing thing. Hopefully in a day or two, yeah, but it'll go away. But I didn't want to lose what I was saying, so I figured I'd just come on and draw whatever, because I didn't want to lose what I was thinking. Because that's the one thing with channeling, it comes really in fast and then goes out. Comes in fast, and well, if you don't, step on it real fast. I'm also drawing. I could show you in the community post. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's one just because it's on my lap. This one I just did before. I did that one before. I always seem to draw dead people or unalive. Oh, this one I'm practicing on. I'm trying to get it to look real. I don't seem to be able to get the the depth right. So that's one I'm working on too. Well, yeah, I got into sketching the eyes. Well, eyes of the what they call it, the windowsill. So sorry about being stuffy, but yeah, I've developed little hacks. I started off actually really kind of basic. I could do like the little square and stuff like that just to make the nose, and then try to figure out where the eyes are, and then just kind of go into it in shading. I draw whatever my pencils. My pencils sometimes have its own freaking mind. To be honest with you. Yeah, so if you start doing like that, you can kind of like bridge into it, and then just kind of like little. Have you started doing like shading and stuff? And I never realized that your best friend literally is your eraser, kind of like when you're driving a stick clutch and a standard shift in a car. The clutch is your best friend. Do you? I do watch some anime. I used to watch more with my son. I'm like the old anime. I like the Avatar, the Airbender, and shit like that. I do. Oh, that's cool. I try to avoid the deadly sins. I feel like I've done that once too many times in my lifetime. Maybe not this lifetime, but others. Where is my thing? Sorry, let's see. And then I also like, some people I like using my brushes. Some people use their fingers, and then just kind of like fade it in and stuff like that. The eye is the hardest part for me. Oh yeah, my cat in a freaking bird cage. Yeah, sometimes she'll sit there and scream to call wild. I'm like, dude, it's bedtime. She's I got Salem and Sprout. But yeah, my problem's always been trying to figure out where the eyes. So I sit there and practice. It helps clear my mind when my mind's racing and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do cards, obviously. But it's really peaceful, actually. I'm just sitting here with a low light and just trying to figure out the curves and stuff like that. But trying to just get the shading and stuff. Some people like using their fingers. I am done with it. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Yeah, if you get some people, sometimes I'll use like a what do you call it, Q-tip to help blend it out because blending makes it look so much more real. You know, I mean, look at the difference from just that side and then over like that. It's kind of like blended in. So what are you all up to today? I should probably pull some tarot cards. You know, I am a tarot channel, but I don't put it on. Ooh, it is hot. My daughter must have the damn heat on. Oh, thank you. I've been like 2 years ago, I couldn't even draw a damn happy face. I'm talking about the circle with the stick eyes. Could not do it. And then I just started practicing, and then I started doing like water paints. Just trying to do whatever call it. It's cathartic. I think it's the word. Well, it's very healing. I draw girls more. Right. I think sometimes it's our higher self is what we know. It could be just what we know. I don't know. I seem to do the same thing though. I always think it's funny. My daughter's like always like, "Why are you drawing yourself?" I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, I have no idea. But I always, yeah. See, since I can never seem to get it even. I just go with it that I don't know. I don't know why it's not even. The guy who taught me to draw would probably be like, "You're doing it wrong." That's alright, dude. I figured it out. Bring that up like that. And the other apparently important part is figuring out where the light source is. He looks a little crazy. It's okay though. Oh, it looks a little realer. He also, man, I never understood the whole eraser thing, but the eraser helps with the lines and stuff. When you draw, do you ever take like a deep breath? Because that will actually help too. But yeah. He looks a little crazy, don't he? Or whatever it is. Meow. Yeah. Is it cold where you guys are? I wouldn't say it's cold down here. Ooh, look, he's got a little eyeball going on and some shit. It's weird trying to draw looking through the camera. That's what I'm doing. It's like literally looking through the camera, drawing it. It's weird. So what are you guys up to today? I'll just sit here and talk to myself. I'm good at that. So does anyone ever think that, if God is all the creator, well, first of all, I'm like, do they sit there in heaven and go, well, you go get reincarnated and be this person? I know, I believe in reincarnation, obviously. But if it's tapping back into the one, well, the one that I tapped back into is pretty damn freaking funny. It looks a little crooked. The right eye looks better than the left eye. I think it's your right. I don't know how it comes up on your side. I think it's the right side. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Hello, guys. I always feel like whoever this dude is looks a little lopsided, I think. That's alright. He might have had a little too much weed. Just kidding. This is the high dude. He's the high pencil dude. He's coming to say hello to people. And I was bored. I think I went a little too hard over there. You know, it'd be really cool if a remote viewer can see the person who's opping her page. And she just kind of sits there and enjoys it. A long time ago. And then I wrote some songs today. I went to Ross today just to get the hell out of the house. My daughter says I'm depressed. I'm like, no, no, I'm just spiritual. I talk to the ghosts. I don't have to talk to you. I'm kidding. I love my daughter. I love all my kids. They just don't see things the way I do. Maybe one day that will change. It might be nice if people actually woke up because they wanted to and not because they had to. Now that would be a different world. It's like phase 2 is over. The golden aura around the 3-eye atlas. This means that the solar plexus is open. There'll be more people who start channeling, which means that the star seeds, remote viewers, may actually have a more increased people coming into your lives and stuff like that on platforms and stuff like that. That might be a little off-centered because there will be most likely a new wave of star seeds coming in. New wave of star seeds might also be aka survivors, warriors. Some may think that they are the one, and that's actually part of collective consciousness. Difference is teaching them to ground. There are many, 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 Doctor Stranges in the multi-universe. So it's about not putting them down, but about helping them ground the information that's coming. With everything in the world right now, fear kind of kicks in. And with whatever is going on in our world, the new particles, CERN, whatever, is about waking the world up to an Atlantis level type of world and seeing truth. But the thing is, truth is everybody's perception. So we must be careful how people come across. And unfortunately, because Mr. Orange Juice freaking, president, we're going to have a lot of very ungrounded people with no health insurance. Unfortunately, all this is to wake people up when it could have been woken up so much more calmly. We've done this before, and apparently we do this all the damn time. I mean, shit, if the universe is endless and parallel universes and multiple universes exist, that's why we have the Mandela effect. That's why we have all these people who remember different things, different timelines. Then I even thought about it. What happens when, if we are literally, um, multiple universes and remembering our past? Well, first of all, how many times did we do it? Did we do it right? Are we sent here to do it again, to change the course? Are people going backwards on their, like, when you have your Mandela effect or your deja vu? When it first happened to me, I went and did everything opposite. It scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me. I was just like, why the hell do I feel like this had already happened before? And back then, there was really no documentation that I could find. Actually, I didn't even know it was called deja vu or Mandela effect back then. But then I started getting into multi universes and the bleed over and the fabric of space and how it falls in on itself. It's all about quantum entanglement. Spooky dis- spooky action added difference. It's literally science. It's a bridge between science and what they used to call woo woo or pseudoscience. Well, guess what? Pseudoscience will be eventually taught to be actually real. Well, that's just what a lot of us are hoping. Because a lot of us go into spiritualization, stuff like that, to heal ourselves. And then we're so happy that we made it out, that we want to share with people so they can stop hurting. It's just like, okay, how did you get better? How did you get better? I mean, it's pretty much the way the world evolves, between technology and, even parenting and schools. And I mean, it's all about evolution. People are just scared of evolution. They just remember negative things that happen. They don't forget. They forget about the positive things. Unfortunately, our world always looks at the negative side effects of things, and they forget what they've been through because, unfortunately, negativity always seems to win out. But it's just like, okay, at what point do we keep letting the negativity win out? Gotta stop letting that happen. You know, we're good people. We're just on a planet that. Here's the fun part. I'm like a galaxy far, far away. Well, they did a bunch of freaking exorcisms and they sent them off to their planet, and well, they wound up here. We're just like the Wally. Was it Wally? They sent all the old. Um, they sent all the, what do you call it? The old computers to. Well, once the original people of the higher power realize, oh hell, we just dumped all of our problems on another planet. And I think that's what 3i Atlas is. Whether it's particles or just the fact that it's making people want to think of a brighter future. You know, the world is what we make it. I just try to make it a little bit more fun than it is. Man, I know my teacher would love what I'm doing. Haven't talked to him in a while. I'm probably the only idiot that actually uses a paintbrush. I don't know. One of these days, though, I seen that they have this like electric freaking, what's it called? An electric, an eraser. I want the electric eraser so bad. Get it back into focus. Well, he got a lip going problem. always make lips look like a girl's lip. I was always told my lips look too, my lips look too girly. It is what it is, right? That's a little better. My dear, one of these days. So, let's give a shout out to all the aliens in outer space that knocked down the nuclear bombs. Thank you. And, yeah, keeping our planet safe. We appreciate you. And if you think about it, parallel universes, multiple dimensions, well, the so-called aliens could probably be us on a different timeline. Whether it's the future or the past, I don't know. It's just, I swear, it's just like, okay, we need a bunch of you guys, fallen angels, to go out of heaven or the higher plane worlds in multiple dimensions. They're like, all right, they had to sit down. All right, we need some souls to go to planet whatever they call us, Earth. They're like, who's gonna go? They're like, come on, man, we already did that. We had to come back. We had to come back from that last lifetime, and we had to go to freaking goddamn therapy in our beautiful world. Well, come on, we need somebody to go down to Earth. They're destroying themselves. Well, what do we get? Well, for you to awaken on that planet, it's going to take some drugs, some alcohol, most likely a prison term. You probably lose everybody in your family at one sort of time or another. But when you come back, you get to be a god. What? That's just freaking crazy. I have to go through reincarnation, being a child again. Subject myself to partying, alcohol, rock and roll. Don't worry, dude. You can do it. That planet needs saving. We keep sending star seeds over and over again, and nobody's listening. They think it's all fake, but it's not. Come on, God. You're not making me go down there again. Oh my God. Hunt, it's been over and over and over again. Don't worry. We're going to wipe out your consciousness. You're not going to remember. Oh my goodness. But what if I fuck up my karma, God? Don't worry. Life doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. You'll get to do it again. It's kind of just like this game. The game of life. What do you mean the game of life? Well, if life is infinite, right? It just goes on forever. Well, do the souls actually matter? Yes, they do. And if you think about life in that way, it's actually kind of like ridiculous. You can't have people believe in life like that. Because it would make it where people actually don't respect their own lives and love. It was supposed to be teaching higher morals. But the whole forgiving, the judgment, that's between you and your God, and whatever contract you wrote. The problem is, do you remember your contract? Did somebody lie to you? Is your mind grounded enough to understand what your contract was? Because there's so many people who think they're doing the righteous path. They think they can hide. It's like this whole demonic freaking game. It's like, okay, where's Waldo? Who saw so and so? Where last? And then, oh my God, then we have ship shapers, right? They just kind of like borrow your body. Do they just borrow the body, commit the crime, and go on? Ooh, that's a hell of a book. All I know is that I don't know anything, but I know a lot. Or something like that. I don't know. Get enough people doing readings at the same time. Feed them into AI. You feed the readings into AI. You see if it comes up with the same message. That would have to be collective consciousness, right? A bunch of people doing readings in the same freaking titles and stuff like that. It'd have to be. I think it would be not spooky. Which one's that called? Oh, the collapse of probability, maybe? Collapse of wave function. Maybe that's what it is. You know, it's so funny because, doctors and scientists, they do a hypothesis, right? We're trying to figure out if channeling works. Well, why wouldn't you guys put a day, a time, what the read is, pull the cards, submit it, throw it through AI, the AI put it through and see if there's any quantum entanglement. Because if Christ consciousness exists, it's going to be provable. God wouldn't just sit there and say, no, guess it. No, God knows better. God knows what this planet is about science and it's about proving things. If not, we just wasted a lot of time. But yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna go find some, I think, some cold medicine. I know it's so freaking stuck up. I'm ruining my face. You see that? Ruining it. That's okay. That's what happens when you do shit in the dark.